Howdy everybody, it's Isaiah again from HobbyTown, and we are going to be opening up another collector booster box. This time we are here with Tarkir Dragonstorm. Now I'm actually really excited for this set. For one, I love dragons. I know everybody loves dragons. We have been getting so many people asking about the set. And on the other hand, the spoilers look great. There are some truly incredible cards coming out in the set. So I'm really hoping we see a Mox Jasper. Of course, I hope we see an Ugin. There's a lot of really interesting cards. So let's go ahead and get this boy open and see what we've got in store for us today. So yeah, I know I for one am someone who's really excited to see what these cards are going to do in Standard. I've been playing a lot of Standard lately, and I have been feeling that meta game's been feeling a little stale lately, just with the good decks that we're seeing currently. So I'm really hoping we get to see a few new interesting archetypes here, especially with all the dragon cards that we've seen getting spoiled. I think there's a lot of potential for some really cool new decks to come out here. So, yep. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our first pack here. So, to start things fresh here, we are going to go through a few of these commons and uncommons. Starting off with a copy token. Oh, right. We're going backwards through here. So first things first, we got the Tempest Hawk to start off. Yeah, I'm really excited to look at a lot of the art from this set. That is usually one of the things I get really excited about from a new set. It's always cool to see what they are going to do art direction wise. Plus, it's really nice to have a set that is focused more on traditional magic and traditional magic themes. You know, like you've got your dragons. That's a constant that we're always going back to. Tarkir is a plane that is beloved and well loved. So, really cool to see that showcase frame treatment with the dragon scales. I'm really excited for those Omen cards. I actually think having adventure like split type cards that are a little bit stronger on both sides but don't give you the card advantage of the adventure, I think that's going to be an interesting design opportunity. So plus those just look so cool. All right, we got one of the borderless foil Dragon Eye lands. I actually think those are incredible looking. I am really stoked to get a few of those for some of my dragon commander decks I'll be playing. Sarkhan, Dragon Ascendant here. You can behold a dragon if you do make a treasure. I really actually am hoping that we see that behold mechanic come back for other creature types. I think it's a pretty cool way to have like a thematic creature type deck without necessarily having to commit entirely to that creature type. Within range out of the commander decks here, pretty cool commander card. Then coming up here, I love this treatment. This ink treatment here, I'm a big fan of. I am excited to see more of those cards as well. Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon. We got one of the Dragon lands here. Very cool open. And then finally, we did open Narset Jeskai Waymaster. Now, I have a little bit of bias here as the opener. I actually am a huge Jeskai fan, so I'm actually really stoked to see this card. It's actually really cool looking in that foil, this like showcase treatment. Reminds me a lot of when we first, or when we saw Ugin in Core 21, that like sort of spiritual energy type treatment is really cool. So I don't know if that card's gonna be very strong. The effect is like pretty tame for a storm card, but we'll just have to see. Next up, we've got another pack coming here. Let's see what we end up pulling. So yeah, I'm honestly really excited to see which of the clans is going to be the most popular at our pre-release. My prediction is I'm expecting Sultai to be the biggest, have the biggest representation, but I could be wrong. You know, I've been surprised before, so. Pretty interesting to see a Springleaf Drum for 2 mana instead. It's got a pretty funny 5-color effect. That's really interesting. I did not see that in spoiler season. So, we've got another one of those fancy dragon showcase art treatments. Very cool, very pretty. The Boulderborn Dragon. Ooh, so this is another one of the basic land treatments that we're going to be seeing this set. Is this just a more traditional basic land? Gosh, the way that art looks, it is an incredible basic. Definitely a very good juxtaposition with the Dragon Islands. It'll be cool to have both of those art variants to open. Revival of the Ancestors, we got in regular foil there. Caldera Pyromaw for our commander card there today. That's a pretty fun card. It kind of has a hard spot find a home, I think, but it'll be interesting. Roar of the Endless Song for one of our borderless cards. Those borderless sagas do look pretty neat. I'm a fan of that treatment. Then we've got a Songcrafter Mage. This is the new Snapcaster Mage people were talking about. It'll be really interesting to see if this has the same legs. I think going from 2 to 3 mana is a pretty big deal, especially when all of the mana is colored specifically. This is going to be pretty mana intensive, so it'll be interesting to see if this sees like a lot of play. It definitely won't be the same as Snapcaster, since this one wants you to play bigger instants and sorceries that you can actually get the harmonized discount on, but it is an interesting card. And lastly, we've got Dragonback Assault. This is part of the cycle of non-land mythics for each of the color combinations. This is a pretty fun one for pretty much any landfall deck, honestly. Like, it's a pretty, like, if you were looking at, like, find a new spot for your Wrath in your deck, this could be a really cool one. So then we've got some tokens alongside here as well. Next up, let's go into another booster pack here. No Mox Jaspers to be seen just yet, but the box is still early, the box is still young. There is still a chance here yet. Pretty cool to see such a diversity of creature types in this set too. I do remember reading in the design philosophy for this set that the clans of Tarkir are now more open to having more species available in their clans. So they've been accepting more members. So it's really cool to see that reflected in the art, and it also is going to, of course, make it easier for them to print cards for people to play with in Commander. So really excited to see how those shake up here. Here we got our basic land, the Dragon's Shadow alternate art here. Incredible. These look so great from Sergey there. Did a good job on this basic. Next up, we've got this Songcrafter Mage. This is that mage that we'd seen earlier here. That Snapcaster callback there. Aligned Heart for our commander card. This is a pretty fun little like value piece for some prowess decks there. We've got Sidisi, Regent of the Mire, in that ink treatment there. So pretty. I'm a big fan. And then I also, that is interesting. I did not know that was a treatment in this set. I remember seeing the secret layer for these cards, but I did not know that was a thing. I was shook. I thought I got a misprint right away with the card art showing on the front and the back, but I did not realize that this was a treatment that we would be seeing in the main set. So that might be a little bit confusing, opening up some booster packs and seeing a card that has the same art in the front and the back, but or not the same art, similar art, but yeah, that is a cool treatment. So pretty. I don't know where to put that. I don't really have a section for those. Oh, we'll put that right here. Double-sided dragon cards. And then finally, another Roar of the Endless Song. I'm pretty sure we opened this one. Yeah, we did open Roar of the Endless Song already. This one's in foil though, so that's pretty cool. This is definitely a teamer. This is a teamer collector box so far. That's pretty interesting. All right, next pack. We've got to rip them. So many to rip here. All right. So, yeah, that really shook me there. That dragon, I didn't really get to talk about it much. That's the dragon that shuts down activated abilities of artifacts, creatures, and planeswalkers. Pretty cool hate bear. I know how people feel about stacks, but it's one of those cards that serves a purpose. It shuts down some things that need to have answers. So we've got their Impact Trimmers type card in Standard. Love to see it. Another way to buff up your board, give them indestructible. Again, love this dragon treatment here. We are so happy to see those, even at like common and uncommon. Another one of the borderless lands. We got Swamp this time. Oh, that's incredible. I'm such a fan of those. I could just rant about those basics all day. This is gorgeous. Cool. We can actually see one of the rare Omen dragons here. So we got a board whip on one side and a pretty effective flying beater on the other for 4 mana. 4 mana, 4/4 with ward, discard a card, and flying. That's actually a super effective card. I like that. That's really cool. Next up here, Deceptive Frostkite is going to be our extended art commander card. Then we've got Thunder of Unity as one of our borderless sagas. Next, coming up here, Great Arison City. So yeah, this cycle of lands was interesting. I don't know about you guys, but I personally was a little disappointed that we didn't see like a rare or mythic rare like tricolor cycle. Like instead we got these like single color lands, which are fine. But I think our mana bases would have been served pretty nice by some better 3-color lands than like your Sand Step Citadels or what have you that just enter tapped with no other effect. But this will do. This will do. These are pretty, and I know everyone's freaking out about the blue ones. So hopefully we get to see that coming up here. Then finally in the pack, ooh, foil Laced Prowler. One of the foil ink treatments here. I don't remember the real name of this treatment, but they are still so pretty regardless. What a cool card. All right. We'll keep moving along here. We'll keep moving along. We've opened a few packs here. We've gotten through 4 so far, so almost halfway through the box. And I am totally on schedule. No doubt about that. So we'll keep on moving here. Pretty cool to see the gain lands back. Those will be nice for limited. That's the thing I'm really interested about, is to see how color fixing is going to be in the limited for this set. That's something that's always interesting to see, especially because this set is trying to go with a 3-color focus. They're going to have to really make sure that their color fixing is on point for this set. Wow, that's a lot of keywords for a 1-mana creature. That's so funny. Vigilant Reach, Death Touch, still is probably not going to see play, but it's a cool card. Another Dragonstorm. Did we get 2 Roiling Dragonstorms? We did. 2 Roiling Dragonstorms in the same pack. That's pretty funny. And then an Encroaching Dragonstorm. This was the Dragonstorm pack. This feels very set booster-y, where I got this like sort of theme of dragon cards here. Blue and green dragon cards. Oh my gosh. Those borderless lands are just so pretty. I am such a fan of those, especially with the mana symbols. I think some of the mana symbols look better than others in terms of how they display as the pupil, but I think that's a pretty good one, this one. Here we've got another one of the rare lands here. This is the green one, so you can pay 4 to surveil 2. It's interesting. Next up, Welcome the Dead will be our commander card for the pack. Next up, we've got Stadium Headliner as our borderless ink card. Call the Spirit Dragons. I know a lot of people have been talking about this card. I think the funny thing about this card is I think the dragons you control of Indestructible is actually the most important part about this card. 9 times out of 10, you should be winning with this many dragons just by attacking people before you win with this upkeep trigger. But, you know, it's funny that it's there anyways. Then finally in the pack, we are going to have... Whoa! Holy smokes! I didn't know you had a chance of getting these in Japanese in this set. Oh my gosh. That is so pretty. I don't even know the name of that card. I know this is part of the cycle of non-creature spell, mythic non-creatures. I know we got the... I think we got the Mardu one earlier. But man, that is gorgeous. This has got to be worth something too. So we're going to go ahead and that will get its own spot right here. Same treatment as that Nars set. But I imagine it's going to be a lot less common in the Japanese printing if we're going to be basing our pricing off of previous sets that have done Japanese arts in the Japanese language in the main set. So yeah, that is cool. Then we got our token, of course. Wow, good hit. Good hit. Yeah, I sure wish I knew what that card did, but you know, can't all speak Japanese. A very cool card. All right, we'll go into the next pack here. That might be the biggest hit in the pack in the set, or in the box, but we'll have to see. I imagine that card. I know if I had read it and it was good, I probably would have remembered what it did. So I'm assuming that it's probably end up being a bulk mythic for its normal print, but we have to wait and see. Not all the big spells end up being trash. Karakik Guardian. Say that 3 times fast. This one's really funny. It's pretty much the same as the Naya Dragon from the Naya Legendary Dragon from Dominaria. Palladium Wars. Palladium Wars is basically the same card, except it's a 6/6 instead of a 6/5. This kind of really goes to show where power creep is. This can be an uncommon nowadays instead of a mythic legendary. But Teeming Dragonstorm for one of our Dragonstorm enchantments. We've got another one of the islands, the Shadow, Dragon Shadow art. We've got Beator, Kin to All, the Abzan Dragon. Very cool looking dragon. I actually am in love with that art of him. That's a really cool depiction of that legendary. So that is cool. What a cool looking dragon. Inox Strike Leader for our extended art commander card. That's a cool card. It's got some fun utility. I do love giving my board indestructible. Who doesn't? Sinkhole Surveyor. That's just a fun name. I don't know if you guys know the meme, the bottomless hole inspector. If you know it, you know it. It's a fun time. Then we've got Balkoven. Balkoven Encampment. That is going to be our borderless rare land from the rare cycle. And then finally ending that pack with a Thunder of Immunity borderless foil saga. So yeah, we're about halfway through the box now. We have 6 packs left. I think I'm making good time. There was a little bit of a complaint with my last video that went a little bit too long, which, to be fair, I don't expect everyone to commit to a 50-minute box opening video, especially when we don't edit these like very hard or anything. So I'm really trying to make sure that this one's a little bit timely as well. So you might notice I'm passing over most of our commons and uncommons. If you guys want to see longer content like this, we might be able to start doing something like that in the future. But for now, we just want it to be easy for anyone to jump into and see what cool cards we're getting and what stuff is happening in the set. Oh yeah, this is funny. For any standard players right now, this is like basically Pixie Part 2. So it's really funny to see the Pixie deck get like another piece for how strong that deck's been. Oh my gosh, the Purging Stormbrew. That guy looks crazy. That is awesome. Oh man, we haven't seen the forest yet. That is so pretty. Look how luscious those greens are. It is incredible. It is incredible. So then we've got Zurgo, Thunder's Decree, cool new legend from the set. Iron Rail Forger as your commander card. That is a really spicy ability, just to give any non-legendary creature Myriad every turn. There are a lot of creatures I could imagine copying over and over would be really fun with. Herd Heirloom, this is an extremely cool card. Any creature-based commander deck, honestly, basically every green deck ever wants to run a card like this. So if you're a green deck that runs creatures, which ones don't, that's a card for you. We got another one of the double-sided dragons. So we've got like the sort of cutesy baby Scavenger Regent on one side, and then the adult serious Scavenger Regent on the other. I'm actually pretty glad that we got this treatment in this set, because I wasn't able to pick up the secret layer, so it's nice to know that I'll be able to continue getting that treatment out of booster packs. And then finally, Mardu Siegebreaker. Very clever, fun card design for a Mardu card there. So that's really cool. Decent pack. Nothing extremely big for like heavy hitters there, but that was a fun pack to open. We'll keep it moving here. Keep it moving. Wingspan Stride, Meticulous Artisan. Just some of these commons and uncommons from the set. Oh, cool that we got Loxodons. I didn't realize we were getting Loxodons in this set, so that's pretty fun. Fun to find out. Jeskai Shrine Keepers. We've got a cool Jeskai Dragon to start off. My favorite color combo, so I do know, like, if I open one of these in Limited, I'm definitely going to try and make it work. Boulderborn Dragon. We've been opening millions of those, I swear to goodness. Nice, we got a Mountain. I think that means we've gotten one of each of the Shadow Arts this set now. Which again, those look incredible. Kind of looks like you're chilling on like Godzilla's back or something with that art. That's pretty fun. Murong River Regent for our rare Omen Dragon here. Transforming Flourish is going to be our extended art commander card. Awesome to see Demonstrate coming back. That is a very fun mechanic to play with. Dragonfire Blade. Oh man, that is a cool looking sword. This is like filling my inner child with so much joy opening the set. Like all these dragons, it's just... Oh, we got Eshki Dragon Claw. It feels like, remember sitting down as a small child, like picking up your book of Aragon and just going to town and read about all these awesome dragons and dragon keepers. It's just so nostalgic to me. Finally, we've got the Quarry Steel Cutter. This card I actually think is as a sleeper from this set. This card seems so strong, being able to just pump out prowess tokens every turn on a non-creature card. So this is pretty tough to remove. You have to spend premium removal on that. So cool card. We've only got 5 packs left here. No, four packs left here. My apologies. Let's get to it. Let's hop to it. We've got the Kin Tree Nurturer here. Fortress Tingard, our Twin Bolt. Oh, Snakeskin Veil. Cool to see Snakeskin Veil back. That's fun. Here's those uncommon Tri-lands. Unfortunately, like these kind of deals I don't think they're very strong. there might be some decks that want to play them in Standard, but like the problem is like they're so slow. Standard is so strong right now. Your first turn matters way more than it used to. So I just don't see this being a land that you want to play that often. But we'll see. I could be wrong. Teaming Dragonstorm, Formation Breaker, Sagu Wildling. Oh, it's so pretty. That's a cute art with all the wooded like features. That is cool. Well, the pack heard me. The pack heard how much I love that card, and they're like, well, what if you got it twice, Isaiah? What if you got it twice? We got another one of the Dragon Arts, Mountain, double mountain there. Then next up here, we've got the Ambling Storm Shell. All of the turtle fans out there are freaking out. They finally got another turtle. This is like a pretty fun card design. I like the whole drawing 3 cards basically every 3 turns. That's pretty interesting. So that's going to be our rare in the pack, one of our rares. Steward of the Harvest for one of our commander cards. There are probably some cheeky things to do with this. Of course, there's combos with it. Like anytime you print a card with that, it combos. Teamer Battle Crier. When you return, your spells cost 1 less to cast for each creature you control power 4 or greater. This is a really funny card. I'm glad it's overstated because it kind of doesn't do a whole lot initially. I mean, it's a ramp card that needs you to ramp into the ramp. And that, that always is very niche. So, like, there's going to be something for that eventually. Way cooler in Commander, of course. Dragonback Assault, the enchantments that board wipes. And then finally, 1 Sarkhan Dragon Ascendant, which we already opened earlier, but now we have the cool dragon art for Dragon Frame. Very cool. All right, we got three more packs in here, 3 more booster packs to go through. I've actually been really enjoying these packs so far. It's been a really cool set to see. Man, if you're a teamer fan during this box opening, then you are eating well tonight. If you're a Jeskai fan like myself, we did not get the craziest Jeskai stuff, but that's okay. That's okay. We can't win them all, right? Salt Road Pack Beast. That's actually a pretty fun art and design for a random common. Swiftwater Cliffs, Devoted Duelist, Sagu Wildling. I know we got a few of those earlier. We got our Constrictor Sage there. Oh, these spells are cool. I haven't really been talking about these, but these spells having like a higher mana value is going to be so synergistic with Beans. So expect all of the green ones to be seeing some play in like the Beans deck. By Beans, I mean up to Beanstalk, which is strangling the standard meta right now. Ryling Dawnbreaker, Durger Islands Dragon. Then we got another Swamp there for our Dragon Shadow basics. Next up, we've got Codis, the Fang's Keeper out of Sultai. Pretty fun Sultai card. I imagine I'll probably be putting that card into my Gonti commander deck, the Gonti from Thunder Junction. Hammerhead Tyrant. I'm stunned to see a Hammerhead Dragon, kind of like the Hammerhead Sharks. It's a cute card. For a commander card, Avenger of the Fallen. There's some goofy stuff you can do with that. Mobilize X for your creatures in your graveyard. That's got to be some goofy stuff for that. Stormscale Scion. Yeah, number 1 in the Stormscale, guys. Never going to get reprinted. They hate Storm. And then finally, Codis, the Fangkeeper and the Borderless. That is so funny to just see these showing up back to back. Like, I've noticed that a lot recently with like commander decks, or collector product, is that it feels like you just get random duplicates all the time. But I don't know. It helps fill out some play sets, so I suppose can't be too mad. A card's a card. Scoured Barons, Trade Route Envoy. That's the Gurmag Nightwatch right there. Oh, look at that tiger. Oh my goodness. She's so pretty. Look at you. That's like really cool art. That is really cool. Who is that? Fazureka Setiawan? I'm not going to pronounce that right, but you did a good job. That's really cool art design. The effect's really interesting too. I've already seen people trying to see if they can like break this, but enters if you cast it is tough. That's tough. Nomad Outpost, Keru Goldkeeper, Feral Death Gorger. It couldn't simply be a Death Gorger. It had to be Feral. Of course it did. Oh my gosh, I do love the planes. I'm just so impressed by white art. Like it doesn't take a lot for white cards to be like, oh, they're pretty. They just are pretty, This is what it is. Fangkeeper's Familiar. Oh my gosh, all the colors. See, look at this. Look at all that color. That's so pretty. Arbor Adherence. This dog, dude. Oh my gosh, that art is actually really funny looking, but I like it a lot. The effect is pretty fun too. Like every Arcades player ever is like, whoa, freaking out. Inevitable defeat. Fun to see Mario get yet another removal spell that can hit basically anything. Sage of Disguise. Oh, that's funny. I saw so many people making Serenite Chain Gang references about this card. How long can this go on? If you know, you know. And then finally, oh, there's the Mysterized Village in the foil too. This is the one everyone's thinking is going to be pretty busted. In Standard currently, it's hard to say if this is going to see a lot of play or not. It's essentially 2 mana to give you a spell uncounterable. Which if you're in blue, you already have counter spells, so you can kind of do that just by playing a negate, right? Negate basically says the same thing. Now this is on the land, so you can repeatedly use it, which is really strong. But there's also not a ton of counter magic in Standard currently. Like there's a lot of counter. There's not a lot of control decks. Control is kind of a bad strategy currently, so hard to say if that will see a lot of play here. All right, so we're moving into our final pack here. No Mox Jaspers yet, no Ugins. Who's to say if we're going to see one in this final pack here? If not, you know, it's not the end of the world. I did get some pretty cool stuff here in its place. Getting the Narth set is actually so exciting to me personally. Just like I said, as a big Jeskai fan, I am building this Narth set. I'm going to be building a deck full of Narth sets, a deck full of Elshas. It's going to be so much fun. So yeah, opening that, I am happy with this box. Cruel Truce, Piercing Exhale, 100 Battle Veteran, Knockout Maneuver, Marshal of the Lost, Encroaching Dragonstorm. It's so crazy to me to see Explosive Vegetation just printed on so many cards with upsides now. I remember when that was such a staple of Commander, and everyone was running Explosive Vegetation or Sky Shroud Claim, which was a little bit better. But yeah, nowadays, like, they have to staple so many upsides on it to make it see play, and even then, who knows if anyone's going to play that Dragonstorm card, even in an actual Dragon deck. Crazy. Karsi Revenant. This is our buy a box promo this set, in case you didn't know. So, thanks for putting in my pack too. Dude, Tevel the Balanced Scale. We got a borderless commander card. And this is a pretty spicy commander too. I think he's going to be really fun to build around. Not quite as crazy as the other commander. I would say quite not as lopsided, right? Like that's a pretty high rolly commander. This one's gonna be a just nice consistent one. Reminds me a lot of like Sidisi. So that'll be fun to have. Then we got Naga Flesh Crafter, little clone action. Ooh, Baron Step Siege. That's really cool to see like the battle plans on this siege and everything. That's really fun art. And finally, our final card, besides the token, of the box. I think it's Curl in there a little bit. Does that look like a Curl? Could be a foil. We are going to get... Ooh, a foil Herd Heirloom. Again, this is a really cool card. So this is actually a really solid open. I mean, the 2-mana Mana Dork. 2 mana is already like just solid mana rocks cost. It's only for creatures, but it is one of any color, so it completely fixes you over like signets and stuff like that. And it has like additional upside in the late game when you don't need mana. You need to get start refreshing your hand. Super cool card. Well, that about does it for today's box opening. So, you know the drill. If you like the video, you gotta like, you gotta comment, you gotta subscribe. You already know. That's gonna help tell my store's owner to have me do more of these videos. So hopefully I'll get to it, continue doing these because they're so much fun. Otherwise, I will be seeing you guys on the next one. Peace out.